everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Jessica. It's great to have you with us today. If you're trying to improve your English listening skills, you're in the right place.
Exactly. Today's episode is all about B1 English listening practice that's intermediate level. We'll help you understand natural English, give you real-life examples, and even do some fun practice together.
And don't worry, everything we talk about today will be at the B1 level, so it's perfect if you're not advanced yet, but you want to push yourself a little more.
We'll also share some tips to help you listen better, even when English sounds fast or difficult. Plus, we've got a few interactive activities, including one where you'll repeat after us, and another where you'll guess what you hear.
So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and So before we jump into our first activity, let's talk about why listening is such an important skill, especially at the B1 level.
Yeah, because at A1 or A2 levels, you're usually listening to slow, clear English. You hear things like, "My name is John. I am from Canada." Super basic.
Right, but at B1, things start to get more real. You hear things like, "Hey, I'm gonna grab a coffee real quick. You want anything?"
Exactly. And that's a big jump. People speak faster, they use connected speech, they drop sounds, they use slang and phrasal verbs, and it can be hard to catch every word.
But here's the good news. You don't have to understand every word to understand the meaning. That's a big mindset shift for B1 learners.
Yeah, it's more about getting the overall idea, catching the important words, and understanding the context. Think of it like watching a movie without subtitles. You might miss a few things, but you still follow the story.
Exactly. And the better your listening gets, the easier speaking becomes too, because your brain starts to recognize how English really sounds in daily life.
That's right. And the more you listen, the more confident you get, like at the airport, ordering at a restaurant, or chatting with friends online.
So if you're at B1, this is the perfect time to level up your listening. You're not a beginner anymore, now you're building real-world skills.
Well said. All right, ready to talk about some of the most common listening challenges? All right, so let's talk about the real struggles B1 learners face when listening to English. And trust me, these problems are totally normal.
Yeah, we hear these from students all the time. Like, number one, native speakers talk too fast. That's probably the most common complaint.
Absolutely. In class, the audio is slow and clear. But in real life, it's more like, "What you doing later?" instead of, "What are you doing later?"
Right? English speakers often connect words, drop sounds, and speak with rhythm that's hard to catch if you're not used to it.
Another big problem is understanding different accents. You might get used to American English, but then you hear someone from the UK or Australia, and suddenly it's like a whole different language.
Yes, even native speakers sometimes struggle with that. But don't worry, we'll talk more about training your ear for that in a future episode.
Another one is when learners try to translate in their head while listening. That really slows you down.
Exactly. Your brain is like, "Wait, what does this word mean in my language?" And by the time you figure it out, the speaker is already 2 sentences ahead.
A better strategy is to listen for meaning, not for every word. Like, focus on the key words and the general idea.
Here's another big one: background noise or group conversations. Even native speakers find it hard to follow when lots of people are talking at once.
Yeah, like at a party or in a cafe. That kind of listening takes practice, and we'll actually do an activity with background noise later in the episode.
So to sum it up, fast, connected speech, different accents, translating in your head, background noise. These are all very normal challenges at the B1 level.
And the good news is, you can train your ear to handle all of them. That's what we're here for.
All right, coming up next, our first listening strategy: how to predict content before you hear it. This can really help you stay focused and ready.
Let's dive in.
So, let's jump into our first listening strategy: predicting content before you even hear the details.
This one's really powerful, and it's something native speakers do automatically. Before they even listen, they start thinking, what is this probably about?
Exactly. And for B1 learners, using this strategy can help you feel more in control even if the speaker talks quickly or uses new vocabulary.
Let's break it down. Predicting content means using any clues you have, the situation, the topic, the speaker, even the place to guess what kind of language you're about to hear.
For example, if you're listening to a podcast called Ordering Food in English, you can already guess you're going to hear words like menu, order, I'd like, or how can I help you?
Exactly. Or if you're about to watch a video about travel, your brain might expect words like airport, flight, passport, or delay.
So before you hit play, ask yourself, what's the topic? Who is speaking? Where are they? What do I expect to hear?
Here's a fun example. Imagine this situation. You hear someone say, "Excuse me, can I get a large coffee to go?" What can you guess about the location?
Easy, they're probably in a coffee shop.
Right? So your brain can already prepare for phrases like cash or card. Would you like milk? Here's your change, and so on.
And the cool thing is, even if you don't understand every single word, your prediction helps you guess the meaning.
It's kind of like putting together a puzzle. The more clues you have, the easier it is to see the big picture.
So here's a quick tip for our listeners. Before any listening activity, take 10 seconds to predict. Just stop and ask, what do I think I'll hear?
You'll be surprised how much that simple habit can help. And guess what? We're about to test it out with a quick prediction challenge.
Ooh, fun, let's go.
All right, time to put your predicting skills to the test.
We're going to play a short conversation. Before we do, we'll give you just one clue. Based on that clue, we want you to predict what the conversation will be about.
Here's your clue. You hear background music, and someone says, "Table for two, please."
Where could they be? What kind of conversation might happen?
All right, make your prediction. Ready? Now let's listen to the full conversation.
Hi, table for two, please.
Sure, right this way. Would you like a booth or a table near the window?
Window, please. Oh, and can we see the lunch menu?
Of course. Here you go. I'll be back in a few minutes to take your order.
Okay, so what was the topic?
If you said eating at a restaurant, you nailed it.
Now let's think back. What words gave you clues? You probably heard table for two, menu, booth, and order.
That's the power of prediction. Your brain was ready for restaurant language, so it was easier to follow the conversation.
If you want to make this a habit, try it every time you listen to something in English. Even just 5 seconds of thinking can make a big difference.
All right, ready for our next listening strategy?
Let's go. This one's about listening for keywords so you can catch the important stuff, even if some words are unclear. All right, let's move on to another super useful strategy: listening for keywords.
This is a big one. So many learners try to understand every single word, and when they miss one, they panic.
Exactly. But here's the truth. Even native speakers don't catch every word all the time. What we do is listen for the important words, the ones that carry the meaning.
We call those content words. Usually, they're nouns, main verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. For example, in the sentence, "I went to the store to buy some bread," the keywords are went, store, and bread.
Right. You don't need to focus on little grammar words like to, the, or some. They're important, but they don't carry the main meaning.
Let's try another one. What about, "She's running late because of traffic"? Keywords here? Running late and traffic.
Perfect. So even if you didn't understand the full sentence, those key words tell you what's going on.
And when you're listening in real time, like during a phone call or in a meeting, This skill can really help you stay calm and focused.
So here's the strategy. When you listen, don't try to understand every little word. Instead, ask yourself, what are the key words? What's the big picture?
And just like the last strategy, this takes practice, but we've got a fun listening activity coming up to help with that.
Yep. Get ready to listen to a short conversation with some background noise, and your job will be to spot the keywords.
All right, let's do it. Okay, it's time for your next listening challenge. This one's called Spot the Keywords.
We're going to play a short, everyday conversation. But here's the twist. There will be background noise, like you'd hear in real life.
Your job is simple. Listen for the important words, the ones that help you understand the situation, even if you don't catch every single sentence.
Right, don't worry if you miss a few words. Just focus on what you can hear, the main ideas.
Okay, here's the situation. Two friends are talking outside on a windy day after work.
You'll hear it once. Try to write down or remember 4 or 5 key words that help you understand what they're talking about. Wow, it's freezing. I should have brought my thicker coat.
I know, right? I wasn't expecting it to drop this much. You heading straight home?
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I didn't even take a lunch break today.
Same here. Let's just get on the train before it gets worse.
Good idea. I think it's coming in, actually. All right, how was that? It was short, but realistic. What keywords did you catch?
Let's list a few that stand out. Freezing, coat, home, exhausted, lunch break, train.
If you heard even 3 or 4 of those, you probably understood the basic situation. It's cold, they just finished work, they're tired, and they're heading home by train.
That's the key to good listening. Even if you miss the small words, the big idea still comes through when you focus on the content words.
And if you found that tough, don't worry. Listening with noise takes practice. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Let's do a quick replay this time without the wind, and just focus on relaxing while you listen.
Awesome job. Next up, you'll hear Mark and me in a natural conversation, no scripts, no slow speech. It's the kind of English you hear in real life.
And we'll play it once at normal speed, then again slowly. After that, we'll break it down and do some shadow. All right, now it's time for some real-life listening practice. Jessica and I are going to have a natural conversation, just like you might hear with friends or co-workers.
Exactly. No scripts, no slow speech. But don't worry, we'll play it twice. The first time at normal speed and the second time slower so you can catch more details.
Here's the situation. We're talking about weekend plans.
All right, here we go. So, Mark, any plans for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm thinking of going hiking on Saturday. The weather looks great.
Nice. Where are you going?
There's a trail about an hour outside the city. It's supposed to have amazing views.
Sounds perfect for getting some fresh air. I might join you if that's okay.
Of course, the more the merrier.
What time are you planning to leave?
Probably early morning, around 7 a.m. I want to avoid the crowds.
Good idea. I'll set my alarm then. What should I bring?
Just comfortable shoes, some water, and maybe a snack. It's a moderate trail.
Got it. I'll pack a small backpack. Oh, and I hope we see some wildlife.
Yeah, maybe some deer or birds. It should be fun.
Definitely. After hiking, maybe we can grab lunch somewhere nearby.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, now that was the normal speed version. How did it feel?
If you missed some parts, don't worry. Let's play it again, this time slower and clearer. So, Mark, any plans for the weekend?
Yes, I'm thinking of going hiking on Saturday. The weather looks great.
Nice. Where are you going?
There's a trail about an hour outside the city. It's supposed to have amazing views.
Sounds perfect for getting some fresh air. I might join you if that's okay.
Of course. The more, the merrier.
What time are you planning to leave?
Probably early morning, around 7 a.m. I want to avoid the crowds.
Good idea. I'll set my alarm then. What should I bring?
Just comfortable shoes, some water, and maybe a snack. It's a moderate trail.
Got it. I'll pack a small backpack. Oh, and I hope we see some wildlife.
Yeah, maybe some deer or birds. It should be fun.
Definitely. After hiking, maybe we can grab lunch somewhere nearby.
Sounds like a plan.
How was that second time? Hopefully, slower speed helped you catch more details.
Now, even if you didn't understand every word, you probably got the main ideas. Weekend hiking, early start, what to bring, and lunch plans.
That's why listening practice is so important. The more you hear, the easier it becomes.
Up next, we'll do a shadowing practice together. You'll repeat some parts after us to practice speaking and listening at the same time.
Let's get ready for that. Now it's time for one of the best ways to improve your listening and speaking at the same time: shadowing.
That's right. We'll say a sentence, then pause so you can repeat it out loud just like we do.
Try to copy not only the words but also the rhythm, stress, and intonation. This helps your brain get used to how English really sounds.
We'll use some sentences from the weekend hiking conversation we just heard. Ready?
First sentence: so Mark, any plans for the weekend?
Next. I'm thinking of going hiking on Saturday.
The weather looks great.
There's a trail about an hour outside the city.
It's supposed to have amazing views.
What time are you planning to leave?
Probably early morning, around 7 a.m.
I want to avoid the crowds.
Just comfortable shoes, some water, and maybe a snack.
It's a moderate trail.
After hiking, maybe we can grab lunch somewhere nearby.
Sounds like a plan.
Great job. How did that feel?
Shadowing is a fantastic way to practice your listening, pronunciation, and speaking all at once.
Try to do this daily with short conversations or podcasts. Your English will improve faster than you expect.
All right, up next is a fun quiz game to test what you heard today.
Let's keep going. All right, everyone, it's quiz time. Let's see how much you remember from today's episode.
Don't worry, no pressure. Just listen carefully and choose the best answer.
Question 1. In the hiking conversation, what time did Mark plan to leave on Saturday?
A, 8 a.m. B, 7 a.m. C, 9 a.m.
Think you've got it? The answer is B, 7 a.m.
Great! Question 2. In our Spot the Keywords practice, what problem did Jessica have on her way to work?
A. She missed the bus. B. She forgot her wallet. C. She was stuck in traffic.
If you said A, she missed the bus, you're right.
Okay, question 3. In the restaurant conversation, what kind of table did Jessica ask for?
A, near the window. B, by the door. C, at the bar.
Correct answer: A, near the window.
Last question. What was Jessica thinking of getting to avoid being late?
A, a bike. B, a car. C, a taxi.
The answer is A, a bike.
Well done, everyone. How many did you get right?
Keep practicing, and you'll get even better.
Up next is your special 3-day listening challenge to help keep you improving.
Let's do it. All right, it's time for your 3-day listening challenge. This plan will help you practice every day and build your skills step by step.
Day 1. Listen to this episode again or any other English podcast at your level. Focus on predicting content before you listen, like we practiced today.
Day 2. Find a short video or conversation in English. Listen for the key words and try to understand the main ideas without getting stuck on every word.
Day 3. Try some shadowing. Pick a short dialogue, listen carefully, then repeat out loud. Don't worry about mistakes, just focus on rhythm and pronunciation.
Doing these 3 simple activities over 3 days will make a big difference.
And remember, the goal is to practice regularly, not perfectly. Consistency is the key to success.
Exactly. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can help your listening improve quickly.
We believe in you. Share your progress with us on social media or in the comments. We'd love to hear how it's going.
All right, that wraps up our 3-day challenge. Ready for some final tips and motivation?
Let's keep going. Before we finish today's episode, let's share some final tips to help you stay motivated on your listening journey.
First, remember listening takes time and practice. Don't get discouraged if you don't understand everything right away. That's totally normal.
Exactly. Celebrate your progress, even small wins, like catching a new word or understanding a whole sentence without subtitles.
Also, try to listen to different types of English podcasts, videos, music, or conversations. This will train your ear to different voices, accents, and speeds.
And don't forget to practice speaking too. Shadowing and repeating what you hear will make your listening stronger and your speaking more natural.
Finally, be patient and consistent. Set small daily goals and make listening part of your routine.
You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up, and soon you'll find yourself understanding English with much more ease.
We believe in you. Thanks for listening and practicing with us today.
See you next time on English Learning Podcast.
That's it for today's episode. Thanks so much for joining us.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes.
And if you enjoyed today's practice, share it with your friends learning English too.
See you next time. Happy listening and keep practicing.
Bye for now.